Hi guys, it's Lara. Thank you all for watching and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm officially starting story time again on my channel. I personally love story time videos because it's just such a nice format. Videos that you can simply listen to when you have stuff to do, and I thought they should not be missing on my channel. Plus, I have so many stories I can tell you. Some of them are funny, some are actually sad, some are pretty disturbing, but today we are starting with a really light-hearted story. So when I moved to Vienna and when I had my first day at my new job, I completely made an idiot of myself. And today I'm gonna tell you all about it. So if that's something you're interested in, then please keep watching. So before I moved to Vienna, I have been already living in Austria for several years, only in different areas. I've been working mostly as a dancer. That was a job I started doing already during high school. It was kind of a hobby back then that could earn me a few bucks on the weekends, but I loved it so much that I decided I wanted dancing to be my career. But it wasn't a really steady income. Even though I used to have regular gigs, it wasn't something I could build my future on. So when I made the step and moved to Vienna, I knew I wanted to have a day job that would guarantee me a certain income monthly. But since the only job that I have been doing so far was dancing, I did not have many chances. Like, I could definitely not work at the office or anything like that because I was such a baby and I had no clue what I was doing. So there were only a few options for myself, and I was super excited when I was hired as a lifeguard. Now, lifeguard probably doesn't sound super fancy, but for me it was an amazing start. I was very grateful. Plus, for me, it's been always the way that I never really cared about what a person does for their living, as long as their heart was in the right place. And that's been always that way, and it always will be that way. I don't care if someone's a president or a cleaning lady or a manager or whatnot. For me, if someone's an asshole to me, I'm gonna let them know. And if someone's a nice person to me, I'm gonna treat them like kings, regardless of what they're doing for a living. So, I was hired. I was so excited. The thing was though, and that's where our fun story starts, the indoor swimming pool where I was supposed to start working was on one end of Vienna, and I lived on the exactly opposite end of Vienna, and it's been a journey every single day. I needed literally about 1.5 hours in one direction with 3 lines of public transport. And before my first day, you know, keep in mind, there were no smartphones back then. There was no internet. It was right in the beginnings of internet. So you had to go old school with a map of the town where you lived or the city, and you had to find your way that way. So I asked around how to get to the indoor swimming pool, and I had a really good plan. But when I woke up that morning, I made a huge mistake. I went to the wrong bus station. So there was this corner, there was a crossroad, and there were 2 bus stations, and I don't know why I confused these 2, and I've been standing there and no bus was coming, but I've seen from the other bus station 1 bus pass, 2 buses, 3 buses, and then at some point my brain clicked and said, hey, maybe you are standing at the wrong bus station. So that was a mistake number 1. Then I finally went to the correct bus station, but I didn't know how, that sounds so stupid. I didn't know how it worked because I was used to buying the ticket from the driver, because I've been living in the country, and before that I've been living only in the Czech Republic, and where I lived, when you wanted to take the bus, you had to go to the front to the driver. He opened the door for you. There were no buttons, so you had to wait till the driver opened the door, and you had to pay directly to the driver, and you would get your ticket. So the bus comes, Lara standing there. By the way, I must have looked so funny. I had royal blue bell bottoms with a crop top, and back then I had long blonde hair and platform shoes, so I looked like some kind of a character of a 70s movie. So I already stood out, and then the bus comes and I was standing at the front door and I was waiting for the driver to open the door, and I was like looking at him like, and he was like, yeah, what? Like pointing. He was probably thinking, what a bitch, like open your damn door yourself. then I noticed there was a button, so I pushed it, came in, already embarrassed a little bit. So I said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I'm new in Vienna, so I would like to have a ticket. And he literally looked at me as though I fell from the sky. He was like, what? There is a like a machine where you can get a ticket. So I was like, oh, okay, didn't know that. So I went to the machine and I figured I needed coins, which I did not have. So he said, like, did you buy your ticket? And I said, like, I'm sorry, do you have change? Because I only had 100 shillings. That was before euro came. And he was like, no, I don't have any money. But you can come with me if you don't buy your ticket. So at this point, I was already being late. I was nervous and I didn't know what to do. I started crying because I'm a very emotional person. Guys, I'm a Cancer, so you know, if you ever, you know, read anything about zodiac signs, I'm like the picture perfect Cancer, like with all the shebang that comes with that zodiac sign. We can talk about that some other time if you are interested. So anyway, so tears came down my cheeks and there was this really nice lady who kind of you know, felt pity for me. She gave me change for the 100 shillings so I could buy my ticket. So I was like, okay, good. I had my ticket. So then I finally got to the end station of the bus, and that's where the subway station was that I was supposed to take. So I should take like one certain subway line, go to a certain station and then switch lines and then go to the very end of the other line, and that's where the indoor swimming pool was. So what I didn't know was that once you bought a ticket, it doesn't matter if it's for the bus or the subway, when you're going in one direction, all you have to do is to buy the ticket once. I didn't know that, again, living in the country before and in the Czech Republic. So for me, it was always you take one ride, you pay for one ticket. And I was already thinking, wow, this is gonna be pricey going to work and back every single day. So I got out of the bus, super embarrassed already, felt like an idiot. And then I bought a second ticket and took the first subway line. And then I think I at least figured that I didn't have to buy a third ticket for the other subway line. So I came to work, and of course I was late. I was about 15 minutes late. So I felt so horrible, and I ran directly to the boss and I said, I'm extremely sorry. I know this doesn't make a good impression, but I swear I will be on time. I was just confused. I was standing at the wrong bus station. I'm just, you know, like, I've been a little hillbilly, basically, so I didn't know what to do. And the lady said, no, you know, mistakes can happen. I was so happy because I thought she's gonna kick me right out, but she wasn't. She was super nice, and she actually laughed when I told her the story. And then after a month, I talked to someone about how expensive the public transport is in Vienna, and they were like, well, what? It costs that much and that much in one direction. And I was like, one direction? And they said, yes, you have to pay only once in one direction. I was like, oh, so I've been paying double the whole first month until someone told me, because we were just talking about this. So again, I felt like a complete idiot. So yeah, there you have the story how I started working in Vienna. Of course, retrospectively, it's super funny, but I remember when I was standing at the bus station and no bus was coming. I was so nervous. I was so afraid I'm gonna lose my job on the very first day, which would be super embarrassing. And then when I didn't know how to handle driving a bus, I was like getting, I mean, I'm 5'10", but at the point where the bus started driving, I was like that small. I wanted the earth to open and to swallow me whole. But the lady who took pity and who gave me the coins for my 100 shillings was like one of these people that you never forget. And I wished, there you have it, Cancer, crying for every little shit that happens. If I could see the lady today, I would give her a huge hug and thank her again, because without people like that, you can't make it, because sometimes shit happens, people make mistakes, and sometimes it comes all to the one person who is just at the right place there and who is just being kind without expecting anything back. So basically that's it in a nutshell. So not a long story, nothing really special, but I thought I'm gonna share it. From that day on, I've been, of course, on time. I've been getting up a little bit earlier, and I made sure that I would be never ever late again. And I enjoyed working at the company. I was working there first as a lifeguard. Later on, I started working as a waitress so I could earn a little bit more. And I've been working in the company for 3 years, and then I started working somewhere else as a bartender. I learned how to mix cocktails, and that was a lot of fun. And then I was even promoted to be the bar manager, and that's where I met Jack, the love of my life. So things worked out, but again, sometimes it's just, you can have a really bad day and this one person will just look at you and be just kind, and it makes a huge difference long term, because I don't know what I would have done if they would have kicked me out of the job that day, you know. So I owe that lady. I really wish I knew who she was. So if by any chance, I don't think so, but if by any chance this lady is watching, thank you. I need to stop being so weepy whenever I'm talking about things like that, but that's just a thing I have. I'm a very emotional person, and that's something I'm dealing with constantly ever since I was a wee baby. And I got better over the years, but sometimes I just can't control it. So yeah, that's me, guys. So that is it. Yeah, let me know in the comments if anything like that happened to you. Like, did you ever have a situation where you made a complete fool of yourself, but there was this one person who helped you out, who was super kind to you, who had kind words, or just basically, you know, offered a helping hand? And you can also let me know about your first jobs. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you have fun? Did it help you for your future career? So I would like to hear that from you too. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this story, even though it was super short. And yeah, I have so many more stories to tell. I'm so excited about that. So I will put all of these into a playlist. I have a playlist for chatty videos and story time, so I will link it down below and also here in the right corner. So if you want, you can already watch the videos that I have filmed so far, so you can entertain yourself for quite a while. So thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Take good care of yourself, and see you soon with my next video.